welcome back to my office. My name's Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage, antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think that I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. It's Friday today, and guess what? It's grey and it's gloomy and it's drizzling and it's freezing. I just went outside just to see the state of play, and it's really cold. Saying that, I haven't got a jumper on, so it's my own fault. But I just fancied wearing something that wasn't a jumper for once in my life. Plans today. Well, it is already 10:30. I've done all my parcels. Not that there was very many. eBay's really quiet. And because I haven't been adding much different to my website recently, I've not been getting that many website sales either, which is understandable. But thank you to Heather, who ordered on my website. I am packed that, and it's on its way in a bit. So I need to go out and take my parcels. And I thought, while I'm out, I'm going to go and see a contact of ours who has like a secondhand shop. And I'm going to go and see if he's got anything of interest, just to get out of the house for a while. Sometimes he has stuff, sometimes he doesn't. But Darren had an hour or so out yesterday. He went to Louth, to the antique centre, sorted out his space downstairs with the pictures and stuff. And then popped upstairs to mine and had a bit of a sort out upstairs. So I will put those videos in next. If you want to go and visit the Louth Antique Centre, the address and the postcode are down in the description box. Parcels are dropped off, and now we're on our way to see our friend Gary to see if he's got anything new in. He has a lot of like house clearance stuff, so sometimes he has good stuff and sometimes he doesn't. But I've put extra layers on because it's always freezing in there. I took some video in there so you can see how full it is, his shop. We did get some things, not loads, but we got a few bits, so I'll show you when we get back. But we're back heading home and hoping that the dogs are okay and that they've been behaving themselves. Been home a while, we had lunch. The dogs were alright, there was mess to clean up. I'm assuming Dave's, but that's done. And they're all okay. There's no broken bones or anything, so that's okay. Yeah, and then we've just watched an episode of Dinosaur. I don't know if you've seen it, that's really good. We didn't get an awful lot, so I will show you what we got. This is it, a little selection. A nice print, Wild Roses, limited edition. I think it says on the back who it is actually. Glyn Martin. That's quite a pretty picture. Wild Roses, so we've got that. A little Yorkshire tea jug. Ages ago we sold a Yorkshire tea teapot, like a mini teapot, and it sold really good money. So we picked that one up on the off chance. We got this nice enamel jug, like a measuring jug. Look at these beauties. I paid up for these. Aren't they fab? I love them. I just love them. And then for some reason, I bought this. Why did I buy this? I have literally no idea, but it's just something about it. What I need is one of those big sort of shelves on my office wall with lots of little compartments where I can put things like this. And something else that would fit in one of those shelves is this as well. Little gnome with a beer can. Really cute. So yeah, that was it. Not a lot, but look at those. So I'll probably put this little chap on my website. Isn't he cute? And the enamel jug. I've not even cleaned it up yet, but I'm showing it you. And then can you see all the measurements on the inside? There is some rust marks and that round the spout there, but that'd be a really lovely like rustic vase, or just on your kitchen side as a bit of farmhouse kitchenalia. I'm gonna put the parrots on my website. I just think they're lovely. That's the biggest one. I don't think I can fix them on my wall in the meantime, but they're just lovely. There's got no maker's mark on them, but yeah. Very exciting. And then to add to my website as well, there's some vintage t-shirts. So I've got 2 vintage South Park t-shirts. And there's this one which is the dog Sparky, is he called? Yeah, Sparky. Now I haven't opened these up, so I don't know what the state of affairs is inside, but I would think they're fairly clean. You just might get some marks, you know, like on the corners if dust has got in. It's extra large. It's by the Network Company, and down here you can see it's a proper official one. That's the back. So that one's an extra large, and that's just got, it says here, front only print, says it on there. So it's obviously just that on the front. And then this one is large. That's the chef. I've never watched South Park, so I don't really know much about it. That's that one, and then that's the back of that one. And this one's dated 1998. This doesn't have a date that I can see, but I would imagine it's the same. It's the same packaging. And then finally I've got this Smelly Cat from Friends, and that is a extra large. That's the other side, so it's got the Friends logo above the Jelly Cat. Smelly Cat, not Jelly Cat, Smelly Cat. And that is 1999 Warner Brothers, under license from Rampage Clothing Company, 100% cotton. So yeah, Smelly Cat, it's cool. So So those are going on. The parrots are going on. The enamel jug, the little brass gnome. And I'll pop him on, and if anybody else is in love with him the way I am, I don't know why I like him. He's all worn. Maybe he should have had ears or something. I don't know. But he's just kind of cool. I'm going to have to ask Darren to make me one of those shells. I've got that little one there. Can you see it? In the corner there. But some of the compartments, they're too narrow. They need to be bigger that way. And maybe more like that way. Rectangular landscape rather than portrait. So I'll either ask Darren to make me one, or I will find another one somewhere when we're out and about. Anyway, I'm going to get these on my website and then I'll get back to you. I just put the computer on so that I can add these bits to my website. And I've seen that I've sold some on eBay, Pimpernel RHS round placemats. I picked those up in Louth was that last week or the week before? And they've sold for 20 quid. It's not bad. I paid £1.50. It was a bit of a bargain, that. You don't see placemats for £1.50 very often. And then a wooden bear for a tenner. So nothing exciting. But I also had an order on my website. So thank you to Colin for ordering on my website. Appreciate that. I will get that packed and off on Monday now. Right. Let me get on. Just had another eBay order come through for a tray, Barrettware metal tray, like an oriental scene. But any orders that are coming now are going to be done on Monday, Sunday or Monday. I'm out tomorrow, so I won't be here tomorrow, but I might get on with it on Sunday. I always like to get ahead of the game. But eBay's a bit quiet. I saw somebody on Instagram saying it. I think it was, no, I was going to say Vintage Karen, but that doesn't sound right. It said it was quiet. Anyway, somebody said it was quiet on Instagram, on their eBay account, and ours has been a bit quiet as well. And I've been listing, so I don't know why it's quiet. You come to say hello, Benji Boo? Have you come to say hello? Come on then. Come here. Come and say hello. Hello. Show off your beautiful face. Yeah? The problem is, he wants Darren to go and lie on the sofa so he can have a cuddle. But Darren's busy, isn't he? He's busy. He's busy. The dogs are always a bit put out if you just don't want to sit and cuddle all day. Darren's preparing the conservatory as our seedling station. He's got the fold-up tables out. He's going to clear some windowsills and get it all cleared out so that we can start doing seedlings. So I think we've got everything, pretty much all the seedlings that we want. I was just going to try and get some honesty, wasn't I? I think that's all I wanted. I don't know if there was any others that Darren wanted. I found this book in amongst my books. I think actually I might have found this at Mum's house when I was having a look through Mum's house. But it's like Papercrafts, as it says on the front, Paperworks. And they look a bit childish, but I kind of like them. Let's see if I can find the photos. So look, you can make like these folded animals. Aren't they cool? I mean, if I had grandkids, I could make them for grandkids, but I don't. And my nieces and nephews and that are all too old for this kind of thing. But what I particularly liked, oh look, you can do like giraffes and tigers and things as well. Isn't that cool? Hang on, I'm finding the bit that I really liked, that I was going to have a go at. Get to the right bit. Look at this one. Look, the birds in the branches. Aren't they gorgeous? And I like these cutouts as well. So I want to have a go at that. The little chicks. Look at that. I know it's kind of Eastery, isn't it? And the Christmas ones. Oh yeah, look. Christmas ones, lovely. Look at that. But I like these as well. Look at the sheep. Isn't that gorgeous? So if I don't know if this is still available, but if you want to have a go, Usually you can get books really cheap on eBay and Vinted and stuff. So Paperworks by Detta Kim. Have a look. But I'm going to have a go. There's something in there. Over the next week or so, I've got loads of card, but I looked the other day to get some card out. And you know my Kallax boxes are absolutely rammed full and the card's at the bottom. So it would mean me getting everything out. Oh, and also I've started hoarding bits and bobs to do craft projects. And I've got no idea what I'm going to do with them. Do you do this? So I've already got all masses of paper and card and patterned paper and all that sort of thing. And then in a tin, you know, I told you I had some tins to do. I found a load of old doilies. And I was like, oh, I was just throwing them away. And then I thought, how can I throw that away? Those little flowers. That one's got like little sort of daisies around the outside, look. No idea. Literally no idea what I would do with any of this. But it just felt like a waste to throw it away. Can you see? Can you see the roses in there? If you've got any ideas what you could do with old doilies. I did throw most of them away. That was just a few. And then also from Mum's house. My dad used to work for British Airways. And before British Airways it was called BOAC. And we had some playing cards. Unfortunately, it's not a full set. Otherwise, I would give them to somebody as a thing. But I just think they're kind of cool, the design on there. So I was kind of thinking, could I make something with these cards? There's, hang on, 2 different colours. There's this one and this one. But even mixing the 2 together, there isn't a full set, so we couldn't use them. But aren't they cool? And obviously just standard on the other side. So they're tucked in my craft thing, thinking one day maybe I'll come up with an idea of what I can do with them. Right, well, I better call it a day. Darren's cleared all the windowsills in the conservatory. You know, we keep a lot of stock on the shelves. And we're going to need to give them a really good clean, and then the windows are clean and all of that. A bit early for a spring clean, but you know what I mean. So I need to give him a hand with that. Wouldn't be fair for me to leave it completely up to him. And then I think that's probably it. We've been watching a Taggart from the beginning, and it's just bizarre watching you think that it's only from the 80s, and the clothing and the language that's used and everything. You just forget how much things have changed. So I've been really enjoying that. Been enjoying watching Dinosaur. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I would definitely go and find Dinosaur. Really like that. I don't think what else I've been watching. Oh, The Prophets, I think it's called. It's by the same people who made what was it called? The one where they were metal detectors. Was that what it was called? It was about people who went metal detecting. I think it was called The Detectorists. That was it. If you haven't ever seen that, you need to go and watch it. Yeah, so this new series, I think it's called The Prophets. I'm terrible. I should find out the exact names before I come on here and tell you. But if you ever try and find it and you can't find it, just leave me a comment and say, what's it called? And I will go and find out for you. Yeah, so yesterday we had like a mammoth session of watching telly. I started work at, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I worked solidly until about 2 o'clock. And Darren had been out to Louth, to the antique centre, sorting out the booths, and then had a walk. And then he got back and he made us some... No, I think I just had some crackers and cheese in between at some point. And we got all sorted, and we were just like, right, we're going to sit down and watch some telly. So we watched a whole Taggart. And Taggart's like 2 hours or something. It's like a film. And then we watched something else, and yeah, watched way too much telly yesterday. But today is more of a productive day, so I'm gonna get off. If you could leave me a thumbs up and a comment, it really does help, because the more comments and interaction that I get on my channel, the more that YouTube will push it out to other people. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed and you enjoy my gentle vlogs, if you could subscribe, it's free. And it really, again, does help the channel. And there's always the option to be a member of the channel. It's $2.99 and you get the videos a little bit early, which means you get first dibs at the stuff that's going up on my website. So generally, as I film the vlog, I'll put the stock on my website, but I'll keep it as a draft until it goes out to members, and then it's available on the website. Right, I think I'm gonna go. I hope you're all right. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.